The news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Wednesday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And let's keep this stretch of weather just keep on rolling.
Yeah, might as well. Another nice day today, Gary. Not much to say weather-wise. Yeah, it's a little cool, but we're in the low 80s this afternoon.
Yeah, nice.
Lots of sun, no rain expected. Let's take a look outside at this time. We begin with temperatures in the 50s and 40s. The cold spots in the upstate New York area, of course, being Saranac Lake, which, by the way, yesterday it reached an overnight low of 34, which was the coldest spot in all of the U.S., or at least the lower 48 overnight last night. So if you're ever wondering when we ever hit those records, well, I guess parts of the Adirondacks did officially hit that record cold. 52 in Rome, 48 Hamilton. We zoom in here, 48 Otter Lake, 51 in Dolgeville, 50 in Westmoreland, 56 in Sylvan Beach. To the south, 48 Cooperstown, 50 in Unadilla, as well as 50 degrees in Oneonta. We take a live view outside early this morning. We got a great view of that early morning twilight with yet again just nothing but a few wispy clouds out there with that lower humidity. Radar is tracking dry conditions, and today temperatures peaking in the low 80s with lots of sunshine. Again, not a drop of rain expected. However, although today is slightly warmer than the past few days, we're going to start to see that heat arrive as early as tomorrow. We're going to track that, plus how long this heat lasts and how long this dry stretch lasts, with the exact timing of rainfall arriving coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The Republican-controlled House of Representatives.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back, everyone. Happy Hump Day. Today we are tracking plenty of sun. Overall, another pleasant summer day out there today, although we're going to slowly start to notice that increase in humidity and an increase in temperature as it feels a little bit more like July compared to normal. So we take a look at the current conditions out there across our camera network. And first, we got a great shot of the sunrise there in Oneonta here, but also dry, clear skies, quiet conditions on the roadways early this morning. So really nothing notable as you leave work today. The radar showing dry conditions. So this morning, temperatures a few degrees warmer than yesterday morning. Still, though, plenty of sunshine. We warm up into the 70s, eventually low 80s this afternoon. I do think, though, that the 80-degree temperatures will be focused more in the lower elevations. You head up to, say, Boonville-United County Fair, thinking more closer to upper 70s. But either way, it's a beautiful afternoon. We're going to track this heat that arrives tomorrow, serious heat and humidity, plus those rain showers arriving Friday in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The opening of the Madison County Fair is today.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. We are now entering day 3 of completely dry weather out there. And yeah, the past few days have felt somewhat fall-like, but today we're going to return to that feeling of summer. A live look at downtown Utica. You got blue skies out there, some wispy clouds out in the distance, providing the light color we can see here early this morning for the beauty of the sunrise. 52 out there, comfortable humidity. And we're going to see this number slowly rise throughout the day and significantly increase tonight and tomorrow. Radar early this morning also looking dry. We are not tracking any rainfall today. Again, I mentioned yesterday, those of you farmers watching, another great day for haying. Even tomorrow, too, if you want to brave the heat. But either way, we're looking at the bigger picture here, and we've got that heat moving in. Also, those rain showers to our north and west. They're both going to collide as this high pressure here begins to weaken and fizzle out. Some shower chances lingering through pretty much the morning and early afternoon Friday, and then lingering showers behind the front and Friday evening and Friday night. So, Boonville and Oneida County Fair started yesterday, still ongoing today. The Madison County Fair also taking place today. And weather, phenomenal for it. Upper 70s, low 80s with little humidity in the air. Really not too bad. The main thing is it's sunny and it's dry. No rain is expected. So, get out and enjoy all the great fun that you can have at all these county fairs locally. Something else to mention, too, we have been seeing some ISS flybys recently, but tonight is a good one. Visible for 5 minutes, way up in the sky at 65 degrees above the horizon. So it's going to be very visible for about around 10:10 tonight. So if you want to stay up late and watch it, it's a very interesting sight to see a brightly moving light streaking across the night sky as it moves several thousand miles an hour. Well, miles an hour. Not to double check on that speed before I say it. Look at the skycast here. We've got temperatures in the 60s and 70s early this morning, climbing into the 80s by this afternoon. Then tonight, overnight lows in the upper 60s in the Mohawk Valley and low 60s in the higher elevations. Tomorrow, it's hot, it's humid, highs in the 90s with plenty of sun. But then as we head into Thursday night, here comes those rain chances. Initially some lingering showers, then in the early afternoon, here comes those showers and thunderstorms, lingering downpours overnight. So your 7-day forecast, we head into the weekend with a mainly dry day Saturday. I'm still looking at it. It's looking mainly quiet with some showers and storms south. Cutting it close for storm potential Sunday. We'll keep you posted on that, but still the warmer temperatures linger in the start of next week. We'll be right back.
Once again, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Libator. What a glorious stretch of weather we are in here in July. And Eric, you were mentioning it is going to continue today, right?
Oh, for sure. Another beautiful day in central New York today, Gary. Let's take a look at those temperatures here. It's still similar to the start yesterday. It is a little bit warmer, slightly warmer. Saranac Lake, you're not at 34 degrees, so that's a jump up already. 52 Rome, 48 Hamilton. We zoom in here, North Country pockets in the 40s and 50s. Little Falls 49, 55 in Westernville, 47 up in Lowville. And to the south, 49 Richfield Springs, and we're sitting at 48 degrees in Norwich. Beautiful shot right here in Oneonta, taking a live view in the eastern sky. Some wispy clouds producing that vibrant sunrise. Again, 50 degrees to start your day in Oneonta. Radar is dry. We're tracking dry conditions today with temperatures slightly warmer than the past few days in the low 80s. However, we're looking at some serious heat arriving tomorrow. Will that stick around for the long term? Plus, the timing of rainfall arriving Friday. We're going to say goodbye to this dry stretch shortly, coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away each morning. President Trump is...
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back to Sunrise. So a couple of days ago, I did a poll, which I also did a month prior. Is summertime a bust? Now, the question was, are you enjoying summertime weather? And, of course, a month ago, the answer wasn't really that well defined. But at least so far, out of nearly 400 results, 65% say you enjoy the summer weather so far. And this includes, of course, June, which, yeah, I guess wasn't too, well, there have been nice days too. May, which was incredibly rainy and cold, but of course doesn't really classify as summer. But this month really hasn't been too bad. July, overall, pretty quiet, thankfully. But I think the main thing here, though, is that we've had a lot more days of just sunshine and completely quiet weather, with a lot less storm risk compared to a year ago. Last year, we had 2 tornado outbreaks in a couple of days in mid-July. Our photo of the day today takes us to Herkimer. A great shot right here of some sunshine on Steuben Hill. You can see the rays past the clouds there taken on the 21st. If you have a photo like this you'd like to share with us, like Mike just shared this morning, send it to WKTV.com/weather/pics. Gary?
Eric, thanks. It is definitely a big weekend coming.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
You've heard the past few days, but either way, it's going to be a fantastic day out there for any outdoor plans. Let's take a look at downtown Utica. Outside, a gorgeous scene right there with some wispy clouds, and again, temperatures this morning in the 50s. It is a comfortable humidity out there today, and we're going to see that slowly start to rise over the next 24 to 48 hours, especially tomorrow, by the way, with that increased heat and humidity. Radar early this morning, still looking dry. No rainfall expected for the entire day today. And in fact, we look at the country as a whole. One thing that we aren't really experiencing just yet is that high heat impacting a lot of the central to southeast U.S. This will shift its way into our area briefly by tomorrow, with the chance of some showers as this high pressure begins to weaken. This, of course, arrives Friday, so we have one more day of dry weather after today, and then a few showers and thunderstorms as we head into Friday. So today, Madison County Fair, Boonville and Etta County Fair, which already took place yesterday. You got great weather for it. Weather definitely not an excuse. Upper 70s, low 80s, lots of sunshine, and again, no rain expected, so you're not going to be caught in any a sudden rainstorm if you're out and about. So great fair weather today, and in fact great weather tonight for viewing the ISS flyby. There have been a few of them the past couple of days. This one a great viewing. It's in the sky for 5 minutes at 10:10. Appears in the northwest sky, and main thing here, it's about 65 degrees above the horizon, so it's very easy to spot. A very bright light passing over us, going as my director Robin here able to clarify me, 17,000 miles an hour, so it's pretty fast. So we've got temperatures in the 50s early this morning, climbing into the 80s by this afternoon with, again, plenty of sun. Tonight, lows falling into the 60s and some spots maybe low 70s. A very warm start tomorrow compared to the past few days. That sunshine continues tomorrow with that high heat and humidity. Highs around the low 90s. So those ACs, which you probably had off for the past few days, some of you might cave and turn them back on again, maybe myself included. Then we're going to see conditions drop, at least cool down to the 70s. Very warm start Friday, and then a few passing sudden showers and some thunderstorms that move through in the early afternoon. Lingering downpours here, hit or miss, by Friday evening and Friday night. So your 7-day forecast, we've got 80s on tap for Saturday and Sunday. A lot of that rainfall activity stays south of us for Saturday. Sunday, we're still hit or miss. Data is very inconsistent with the storm chances Sunday. We'll closely track that, of course, being induction weekend, induction Sunday. It's important you don't want to have any thunderstorms pass over the event itself. So we're going to keep a close eye on that forecast.
And I know they are too.
Yes.
Eric, thanks. The time right now is 5:50.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Wednesday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And let the good times roll. Boy, we are in quite a stretch of nice weather.
Keep them rolling. Beautiful days the past couple days. Another nice day today, Gary.
Wonderful.
Yes. Let's take a look at those temperatures as you head out this morning. We're in the 50s and 40s, so it's a similar start to yesterday. Slightly warmer by a few degrees. Saranac Lake at 43, by the way. Saranac Lake bottoming out at 34 yesterday. The coldest spot in the lower 48, to put in perspective on how cold it was compared to the rest of the U.S. Either way, we zoom in here in the Adirondacks in the upper 40s, low 50s. Mohawk Valley, 51 Dolgeville, 50 Westmoreland, 56 out in Sylvan Beach. The south, 46 Sherburne, 48 Cooperstown, and 50 in Oneonta, where you take a live look outside of a beautiful sunrise facing the east there. Some thin clouds way up in the distance here. No fog, or at least little of any fog trying to form. Usually this is one of the go-to spots where fog loves to develop. But again, it is a cooler start today, a dry start today in the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. So the next 12 hours climbing into the upper 70s to low 80s. And as we head into the next few days, especially tomorrow, that heat really kicks in. We're tracking that high heat arriving tomorrow with that high humidity. Plus, when that rain arrives, that all too elusive rain, believe it or not, arriving on Friday. Details on that coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The Republican-controlled House of Representatives.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back to Sunrise. Time now is 6:13. As you head out to work today, we're encountering, well, dry conditions. A beautiful morning out there. Maybe light sweater weather, if that, but this afternoon you won't even need it. We'll be in the upper 70s, low 80s. Plenty of sun today, dry conditions on a lot of roadways. You have an update, though, on a accident report along Route 26. Let's zoom in south of Rome here, and it's right along, I should say, 42A, Eureka Road, Route 41 Dix Road. Just a heads up, if you're heading south here near Spencer Settlement, there's a crash reported on that road early today. But aside from that, things are looking quiet this morning. Temperatures are in the 50s, and look at that. We're seeing the birds take off again this morning as well. I mentioned this yesterday, and here we are again looking at the radar here. So again, interesting sight seeing that early today. So this morning, temperatures are beginning in the 50s, dry this afternoon, 70s, 80s, also looking dry. Beautiful summer day today. The heat really kicks in tomorrow. We'll talk about that heat, the humidity, and what follows for rainfall on Friday in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Great weather for the opening of the
WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Sunshine. Plenty of it is expected today, and along with that, too, slightly warmer temperatures and slightly higher humidity. A look outside in downtown Utica, some wispy clouds out there early today, and on top of that, temperatures in the low 50s. So it's slightly warmer than yesterday morning. We bottomed out at, I believe, 49 degrees in Utica yesterday, but we got a mix of refreshing and comfortable humidity to begin your day. Later on this evening, that south wind really kicks in, and that's going to be, a dew point at least, going to be slowly rising. Radar early this morning is entirely dry. We're expecting not a single drop of rain today, and that's all driven by that ridge of high pressure impacting pretty much all the Northeast. But again, as I mentioned over the past few days, this is going to begin to weaken. It's going to push east, and this heat is going to move into our area tomorrow, followed by the arrival, finally, of some rainfall as we head into Friday. So after a 4-day stretch of completely dry weather, it begins to break down. Still, though, today, if you're heading to the Madison County Fair or the Boonville-Nettie County Fair, either way, it's going to be in the 70s, low 80s, lots of sun. You're not going to encounter any rain at all, so definitely weather, not an excuse to not head out to these county fairs today. It's going to be fantastic weather-wise, lots of sunshine. Now, with the clear skies expected tonight, you got great viewing for the ISS flyby. They passed over us over the past couple of nights, but I do want to emphasize tonight because it's about 65 degrees above the horizon, and it's going to be visible in the sky for 5 minutes. If you want to stay up till 10:10 tonight to watch it, give or take 5 minutes. This is about, it's roughly accurate, but it's been very consistent. I have yet to not see the ISS when these times are between around 10:05 to 10:15. But either way, northwest sky it appears, east sky it disappears. So we head to our skycast today. Lots of sun, temperatures in the 80s in the Mohawk Valley, 70s north and south. By tonight, we're going to see overnight lows in the 60s. Not really as cold as the past few. relatively warm start and a very warm afternoon. High heat, high humidity, highs in the 90s, heat index likely in the mid-90s. Then tomorrow night, it's going to be very warm. Overnight lows only in the 70s. A passing shower in the morning, followed by some showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, and then lingering downpours coming to an end in the late evening overnight. And so your 7-day forecast. We head into the weekend. Saturday looking mostly dry. Showers stay south. Sunday, we're still watching it. We're cutting it close for storm chances. Data is still very inconsistent. And of course, it has to be inconsistent when there's a very notable day happening, the induction ceremony,
Yes.
Gary. So we'll closely watch that. Of course, folks in Cooperstown also closely watching it. We're going to see how it shapes up over the next couple of days.
That's for sure. Set alarm for 10 p.m. again, and thank you for joining us here on this Wednesday morning. I'm Gary Libitor, and what a glorious stretch of weather we are in. Will it continue? Meteorologist Eric Gage over in the Weather Center. And Eric, I think you mentioned the answer is yes, right?
Oh, easily yes, Gary. And it's a great stretch of weather we're still in. Another beautiful day today. A cool start, though. Let's take a look at those temperatures here. 51 in the Mohawk Valley. Up in the North Country, Saranac Lake at 43 degrees, which has been the cold spot recently. Very cold yesterday in the low 30s. We zoom in here. In the 50s for much of the Mohawk Valley, upper 40s, low 50s in parts of the Adirondacks as well, and parts of Inlet and Long Lake at 50 and 51 degrees. 50 degrees in Richfield Springs, 48 Cooperstown, and 50 in Oneonta, where we take a live view outside right now, where the sun is still starting to rise. Plenty of blue skies, some wispy cirrus clouds out there in the distance today. So today we're tracking dry conditions, radar, nothing going on at this time. And when we head into the next 12 hours, temperatures go from the 50s into the 80s by this afternoon. And it just absolutely gorgeous outdoor weather. Yes, humidity slightly more noticeable today, but really not really that too high. But we're going to start to see that heat and humidity crank tomorrow. We'll talk about that. Plus, when this dry stretch of weather ends, when that rainfall arrives on Friday. Details coming up straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away each morning. President Trump is working.
News Channel 2 is brought to you by Holland Farms Bakery and Deli.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back to Sunrise. So, I put a poll out a couple days ago talking about, at least asking, how everyone thought summer was trending. If it was nice, if it wasn't nice. So the official question, have you enjoyed summertime weather so far? And here's the results. And it actually turned out to be a little bit more on the yes side. For a while there, it was actually split 50-50, but nearly 400 votes here locally, and this is the result. So again, there's still a good chunk of people who say that the weather hasn't really been that nice. But of course, you know, we've not really had the best weather leading up to July. June had some severe weather. May had cold and rain. So of course, May not being summer, but either way, it's that warming season. So we'll see how August shapes up, and I'll probably ask this poll again later on to see how you guys feel about later on this summer. So thank you all who keep replying to these polls here. It's a great tool that I like to share with you guys, an idea of how people are enjoying seasons and whatnot. But back to our photo of the day, of course, we're taking a look in Herkimer of a great view from Steuben Hill by Mike of some sun rays overlooking that pond there with a beautiful fountain taken on the 21st. If you have a photo like this you'd like to share with us, send it to the link right there on the top of your screen, WKTV.com/weather/pics. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The world is remembering music.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. On this Wednesday, today we're tracking lots of sunshine, like I would say low humidity to start, but it's going to start to increase throughout the day as this dry stretch of weather enters day 3. A live look outside in Utica. Blue skies visible in the cityscape right there, and the temperature sitting at 51 degrees with refreshing humidity. So yes, it starts out with low humidity today. That south wind we're going to be seeing throughout the afternoon, and especially by tonight, that number right there is going to rise. Radar is entirely dry. We're not tracking any rainfall today, driven by this ridge of high pressure still prevalent in the northeast. But notice here, compared to yesterday, that rainfall is getting closer and closer. It's not on our doorstep yet, but it's in Wisconsin and the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And as we progress throughout the remainder of the week, for one thing, the rain begins to arrive, but also this heat from the south also begins to move in. So it's a slow moving front, but it'll arrive by Friday with some unsettled conditions and a few thunderstorms throughout the day. Still today, it's entirely dry. We have not only the Boonville-Nuttic County Fair, which opened yesterday, but also the Madison County Fair. So you got 2 county fairs to go to today, and you got great weather for both of them, 70s to low 80s with lots of sunshine. And in fact, with the clear skies expected for the most part tonight, you got great visibility of an ISS flyby. It flies around 10:10 tonight, give or take about 5 minutes. It's in the sky for around 5 minutes. And then the main thing here, it's around 65 degrees above the horizon, so it's quite high up in the sky, and it's very bright. Obviously, once you see it, it's going to be impossible to miss. It's not like a shooting star speed, although it is traveling around 17,000 miles an hour, but it is moving quite fast across the sky. Again, if it surpasses the entire sky in 5 minutes, give you an idea of the exact speed you see it. But enough about the ISS. Let's talk about the forecast here. Plenty of sunshine today, temperatures in the 80s with dry weather. By tonight, lows in the 60s. It's a warm start tomorrow, at least compared to the past few days, with hot and humid conditions by Thursday afternoon. High temperatures in the 90s, feels like temperatures slightly higher. Then clouds increase Friday morning, 70s to start your day. Very warm start, passing shower or two, and then here comes those thunderstorms in the early afternoon, which they'll linger with a few downpours heading into the evening. Your 7-day forecast, we enter Saturday mostly dry. Shower chances and storm chances stay to our south and west. But as I mentioned previously, Gary, we're still up in the air with rain chances or storm chances on Sunday. Very important day, the induction ceremony, so we'll closely watch that. But at least for today, Gary, great fair weather, gorgeous outdoor conditions.
Get out there and do something. Eric, thanks. Well, again, it is Eric Gage joining us now. And Eric, a good day to get out there and do some recreational things, right?
Yes, a lot of recreational things going on today, fairs, you name it, and you got great weather. It's sunny out in the upper 70s at this time. In fact, a look outside in Cooperstown. There's plenty of things to do and plenty of people there as well. It's a very busy Main Street down there in Otsego County. And it's in the upper 70s, 77 in the Mohawk Valley, 72 in Saranac Lake. And if we zoom in a little bit here too, we are in the low 70s in Inlet, 72 in Long Lake, 73 of it Indian Lake here as well. So in the low 70s for much of the Adirondacks. 78 in Lowville, a little warmer up there, 77 in Westmoreland, 69 in Westernville with some warmer temperatures as we head into the Mohawk Valley, 78 Little Falls and 77 degrees in Dowdesville. In the southern valleys, pretty similar temperatures as well. 75 in Norwich, 79 Sherburne, 77 Hamilton, 74 in Richfield Springs, 77 in Cooperstown, with 73 degrees in Oneonta and in Unadilla. The warmest spot here, of course, sitting at Sherburne, almost at 80 degrees already. And that's the trend we're looking at when it comes to the conditions looking ahead to the remainder of this week with higher temperatures. A look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Dry conditions across the board. And as we head throughout the next 12 hours, those temperatures peak in the low 80s, cooling down into the 60s tonight, and then the heat really kicks in tomorrow. We'll see how long that heat lasts, plus what follows that heat when it comes to rainfall coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Brand new this noon, a 29-year-old man
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, everybody. Another beautiful day across the area. Yeah, we had lots of sun, low humidity yesterday, even on Monday, but today is where that heat really starts to move in. Not terribly high, but noticeable. Downtown Utica, a live view from our Nexus Center camera right across from downtown Utica. You can see, of course, the blue skies, 77-degree temperature, and slightly muggy air out there today. And we're going to see that slowly rise into the muggy to humid category this afternoon. Radar at this hour is entirely quiet, as expected. No rainfall for the entire day today. And we look at the bigger picture here. That high pressure system out, this ridge taking place in the northeast, is beginning to fall apart a little bit. Now, as I mentioned the past few days, we're focused primarily on the heat right here that arrives tomorrow, and then the rainfall here, which arrives Friday. So we can see this slowly move its way into our area as we progress into tomorrow, and eventually here comes that rain throughout the day Friday. Our initial thoughts are some thunderstorms in the afternoon, maybe some lingering downpours in the evening. We'll show you a lot more detailed look at that rainfall potential coming up in just a minute. Still, though, today, great weather for any fairs. If you're heading to the Madison County Fair or the Boonville and Eddy County Fair. Any fair you want to go to, upper 70s, low 80s, lots of sunshine. You couldn't ask for better weather to head outside. In fact, the weather tonight also looking great after sunset, obviously at 10:10. Give or take 5 or so minutes of this time, you get to see the ISS fly by for about 5 minutes. It appears in the northwest sky, disappears out east, and the main thing, max height of 65 degrees above the horizon, so it's very high up in the sky. Very hard to miss. It's a very bright object, and you got great viewing for it again tonight. So we head to our Skycast after a cooler morning. We're back into the 70s and low 80s today. By tonight, excuse me, we're back down into the 70s and 60s. I think 60s is where we bottom out for a lot of the area by the morning. Then by tomorrow afternoon, that's where that heat really moves in. Highs in the upper 80s, low 90s, incredibly hot and humid. And not at least heat warning potential or heat advisory potential for a lot of the area, but still, compared to the low humidity we felt the past few days, it will feel a little bit like a shock to the system here. Then by Friday morning, it's a warm start in the 70s. Here comes some early morning passing light showers. By the afternoon, a few thunderstorms passing over us. And then by the evening, lingering stray showers, which end overnight. And it sets the stage for a relatively dry Saturday, high of 87 here. And the induction ceremony for the Baseball Hall of Fame, that of course takes place on Sunday. And we're cutting it close for storm potential. We'll closely track them. But for now, we're going to keep those temperatures in the 80s, still very humid and very warm between Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday next week. So we're going to be looking at a lot of heat and humidity in the short term. Gary?
Enjoy today and tomorrow for sure. Eric, thanks. Well, NBC's Shaquille Brewster reporting from Chicago's Wrigley Field. And here in upstate New York, we're seeing some 80s, but tomorrow, possibly low 90s, right?
Yeah, that's right. That heat really cranks up tomorrow. Right now, Chicago feeling it, but yeah, again, tomorrow, then we will feel it. Maybe not nearly as high of an intensity, but still heat humidity return. Let's take a look outside. We still got beautiful conditions out there at this hour. We're in the upper 70s, pushing low 80s today with plenty of blue skies. Gorgeous conditions across the region. And for your daily pollen forecast or allergy report so far, we're expecting medium levels today to increase a little bit Thursday and Friday due to that higher heat. Again, biggest pollinator right now being grasses at this time of the year. And just so far in mid to late summer, usually that's the biggest culprit. Either way, live look outside in Oneonta itself. Temperature sitting at 75 degrees. Across the area, 77 Rome, 77 Hamilton, even 72 in Saranac Lake. So parts of the Adirondacks still on the warmer side. Radar is dry in the next 12 hours. Still looking at dry conditions. Low 80s in the Mohawk Valley. cooling down to the 60s tonight. We're going to be following, of course, what comes tomorrow with that heat and humidity, and when that rainfall arrives on Friday. We'll have the timing of that rainfall coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Eric Manette.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today, another beautiful day as this nice stretch of weather continues. A live view outside in Utica. Blue skies out there, gorgeous conditions, temperatures in the upper 70s with slightly muggy conditions. It's not nearly as refreshing of air like what we saw yesterday and on Monday, but it's still a beautiful summer day out there. 55 dew point, again, not too bad for late July standards. The radar right now is entirely dry. We look at the bigger picture. Same story as the past few days. We're watching a couple areas. This heat dome that's moving its way east into our area tomorrow, and that rainfall on the back side of it that arrives Friday. Still the timing, no major changes. It remains dry for your Thursday, and some showers and storms arrive on Friday as expected. But for today, though, with that no rainfall in the forecast and with really not too high of temperatures, it's great fair weather. Boonville United County Fair, Madison County Fair, either county fair you go to, you've got great fair weather. 70s, sunshine, and notable low humidity. Grab some cotton candy for me, though, or some fried dough, two of my favorites here at some county fairs. Either way, we head into tonight. It remains quiet and dry. Great conditions for watching the ISS flyby. Visible for about 5 minutes between roughly 10:05 and 10:15. It's around a 10 or a 5 or so minute difference here of that initial time that usually arrives, but the app we use, very consistent with the arrival of those the ISS. Very predictable, appears in the northwest, disappears in the eastern sky, max height about 65 degrees above the horizon, so it will be very high up in the sky. And so looking at our skycast today, plenty of sunshine, temperatures upper 70s, low 80s. We head into tonight, and pretty much all of central New York will be falling into the 60s. Camden, the outlier there, I think you're going to be falling in the 60s too. 69 Little Falls, 65 Oneonta. Tomorrow afternoon, 86 temperature at noontime in Utica, 80 in Morrisville. Then by the afternoon, look at this, we got 86 Little Falls, 90 Utica, 88 Camden, even 81 degrees up in Speculator. Southern Valley's low 80s. So it's not going to be very, very hot, but that humidity is definitely returning. Then overnight lows only in the 70s. We wake up to a few spotty showers Friday morning, a few thunderstorms Friday afternoon, and some lingering downpours Friday evening. I guess you could call it a washout, but there will be opportunities for dry weather throughout the day. We'll have a better idea of this rainfall as we head into Friday tomorrow, but for now, still it's looking unsettled. The rainfall does appear to end by Saturday. Saturday's looking not too bad, 87 sunshine, and we're going to closely watch that Sunday forecast. 83 with potential for storms there, but I think either way it's going to be in the warm side. 80s following Thursday for the next 5 to 6 days, and then it's going to be pretty nice Monday and Tuesday next week, Gary. So lots of sunshine following that thunderstorm threat on Sunday.
We'll worry about that.
Look at the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Picture perfect day out there today.
Yeah, really nice. Sunshine, warmer than yesterday. Temperatures in the mid-80s today. The humidity is up a little bit, but it's very comfortable outside. We're going to hold on to more sunshine as we head into tomorrow, but the heat is on, and it's coming back here in the next 24 hours. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Always quiet, hot, humid weather tomorrow. This is going to linger throughout the rest of the week and into the weekend. There will be the chance for thunderstorms on Friday. We actually need the rainfall. It's been pretty dry lately. Humidity looks to stick around throughout the weekend. We have more chances for storms over the weekend. A lovely evening, mostly sunny, temperatures in the low 80s. I'm tracking, again, our next chance of rain and a few thunderstorms for Friday afternoon. A look at the forecast is coming up. Kristen, back to you.
A tractor trailer took down wire.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Hot weather is returning tomorrow. If you're heading out to the Boonville, Oneida County Fair, temperatures will be in the upper 80s. Sunshine, another beautiful day, but again, it's going to be a hot one. We'll notice a lot more humidity in addition to warmer temperatures. A live look in downtown Utica, 84 degrees. It turned out to be a lovely day. Not quite as comfortable as the past couple of days, but nice and warm. Just a reminder, as we keep track of the summer stats, we've had 6 days at or above 90 degrees so far at Griffith and Rome. Likely tomorrow will be number 7. The average number of days in the summer is 5, so already we're above that. And again, it looks like we'll be adding more to the tally here. Reminder, you can download our Storm Tracker 2 weather app and get weather information on the go. Air conditioner coming in handy. It probably had a break over the past couple of days, but you'll likely need it here Thursday and Friday. The humidity is going to stick around. Temperatures won't be quite as hot on Saturday and Sunday compared to tomorrow, but still, some uncomfortable weather is on the way. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, nice and dry. We've had a stretch of dry weather over the past several days, and we're looking at dry conditions tomorrow. Friday, if you do have to cut the lawn, you probably want to go early because we do have the chance for some thunderstorms late in the day. Our MoCast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. Bigger picture shows high pressure in control of our weather. It's the same story as the past couple of days, but this time the high is to the east, which means our winds are now turning into the south, bringing in those warmer temperatures. We're really going to notice this over the next 24 hours. Tonight, not quite as cool. Overnight lows only in the mid-60s. We start out tomorrow morning in the mid-70s. So you'll notice a big change in the air tomorrow, increasing humidity. Temperatures climb to near 90 tomorrow afternoon, the Mohawk Valley in the low 90s. Tomorrow night, a very warm night for sleeping. Overnight lows only in the low 70s, very muggy too. And then Friday, we are tracking the chance of thunderstorms. It looks like there'll be a couple of rounds here, one in the early afternoon and then a second one in the evening as a weak cold front moves in from the west. Tonight, mild, low of 65. Tomorrow, partly to mostly sunny skies, hot and humid, a high temperature of 92. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Showers, thunderstorms expected Friday afternoon, 85. Partly sunny on Saturday, 87. It will be a little bit less humid over the weekend, but still pretty warm. Showers, thunderstorms for Sunday. It looks like that's going to be in the morning to early afternoon. Hopefully those will be out of here for the induction ceremony. Temperatures in the mid-80s as we head into early next week.
Bill, thank you. Yeah, the induction ceremony always has that like cloud. What's going to happen?
Right?
All right. The Kelberman Center's
Great weather here for the next couple of days for all outdoor activities. Tonight, if one of those activities is checking out the International Space Station, the local flyby time is 10:11. It'll be visible for 5 minutes. If you haven't seen this before, I highly encourage you to check it out. It's pretty neat. You'll notice this flying across the night sky. It looks like a fast-moving star, and it makes a pretty high pass above the horizon tonight. We're expecting clear skies. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things look quiet across the board. Temperatures are going to warm up. It's going to be a warm night tonight. We'll be in the low 90s tomorrow. We're going to see high levels of humidity as we head throughout the rest of the week and into the weekend. Nice evening to take the dog out for a walk. Milo from Little Falls is tonight's dog. If you want to be part of this, send your dog photos to Skycast WKTV on Facebook. This is brought to you by Nissan. Jason, back to you.
All right, Bill, thank you. If you flew out of Syracuse Airport.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're tracking some really nice weather here as we head into the weekend. It's been a nice stretch of weather this week. Very comfortable conditions. It's a great day to get out and grill. Great evening. Temperatures will be in the 80s. It's going to be pretty hot tomorrow, but it looks dry. Friday, the chance for some thunderstorms in the afternoon and evening, so probably not a great day to grill. Saturday looks nice. back to sunshine. 79 degrees in Oneonta. Again, it's looking really nice out there. The humidity is back. We're going to see the humidity pick up tomorrow. It becomes very humid Friday. Cold front arrives, and then the humidity backs off a little bit as we head into Saturday and Sunday. A reminder, you can get weather information on the go by downloading our Storm Tracker 2 weather app. Air conditioner, well, it's been getting a break, but it's going to come in handy again as we head into the end of the week. Again, tomorrow temperatures will be close to 90 degrees. The humidity is going to be sticking around as we head into early next week. A lovely evening across the board. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Skywatchers checking in. Again, warm temperatures, warmer than yesterday, I should say. Bob and Clinton 86, Whitesboro 84, Barneveld 80 degrees, Inlet 76, Jeff and Mohawk 82, Stewart and Cooperstown with 81. We've got a dome of high pressure that continues to stay in control. It's now to our east, which means the winds are turning into the south. That's going to bring in some warmer temperatures over the next couple of days. The weather remains clear tonight. You will notice it won't be quite as cool. Overnight lows only in the mid-60s, which is significantly warmer than the past couple of nights. Tomorrow we start out with temperatures in the mid-70s. It should be a beautiful day. Lots of sunshine, high temperatures close to 90 degrees, hot and humid. Tomorrow night, a few clouds arrive. There's going to be a cold front on Friday. It looks like there's going to be a couple of rounds of storms. First one will be in the early afternoon, and then perhaps another round later in the day as the cold front arrives. We're looking at a few downpours, some gusty winds are possible, and some locally heavy rain. We actually do need the rainfall, believe it or not. It's been really dry over the past couple of weeks. Precipitation is below average for the month of July, at least so far. Mild tonight, low of 65. Tomorrow, hot, humid, 92. Plenty of sunshine. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Next chance of rain Friday afternoon. Again, some thunderstorms are possible. Watch out for some gusty winds, locally heavy rain. Saturday, partly sunny, 87. So a nice start to the weekend. Sunday, we are watching for some thunderstorms, especially early in the day. Temperatures in the low 80s. Monday looks dry. Thunderstorms possible Tuesday. Temperatures remain in the low 80s on Wednesday. We'll be right back.
The forecast at 6 with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Another beautiful day. We've had a nice week. Temperature of 84 degrees. Sunshine continues. It is a little bit more humid today compared to the past couple of days, but it's still pretty comfortable out there. It's going to be a lovely evening here in central New York. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. This comfortable weather is not going to last. We're going to have an increase in heat and humidity, and it begins tomorrow. It's going to be a hot day. We do need the rain. It looks like we'll have the chance to see a few thunderstorms Friday. We'll talk more about that. And the humidity looks to stick around as we head into the weekend. This evening looks lovely. Temperatures in the low 80s. Again, I am tracking a more active weather pattern as we head towards the weekend. Got to look at the forecast coming up. Kristen, back to you.
The Boonville, Oneida County.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We've got some hot weather on the way. If you're heading out to the Boonville, Oneida County Fair, it's going to be a warm one tomorrow. Temperatures climb into the mid-80s. We'll notice an increase in the humidity, but it is going to be a nice day to be outside. Just make sure you drink and have plenty of water on hand. Live look in downtown Utica, 84 degrees. It's looking to be a nice evening here in central New York. It won't be quite as cool tonight. The humidity is going to build over the next 24 hours. Humid tomorrow, very humid Friday. The humidity backs off somewhat, but it does stick around as we head into the weekend. We've had 6 days at or above 90 degrees so far this summer at Griffiths and Rome. I think we'll tack on number 7 as we head into tomorrow. The average number of 90-degree days is 5, so we are already above that, and we still have the second half of summer to go. A reminder, you can always download our Storm Tracker 2 weather app and get weather information on the go. The air conditioner, well, it's going to come in handy over the next couple of days. As mentioned, we're going to see that increase in humidity tomorrow. So the air conditioner's going to be getting to work out here for the next couple of days. The humidity is going to be sticking around. With clear skies tonight, it's another opportunity to see the International Space Station. This flies by beginning at 10:11 for 5 minutes. This is going to be making a relatively high pass above the horizon, and we have clear skies expected. So this is another night to check out. If you've missed the last couple of flybys, if you've never seen this before, it's a good night to check it out. Just look for what looks like a very fast-moving star across the sky. The interesting thing about this one is as it moves to the east, it's going to disappear in the night sky. It's going to go behind Earth's shadow, and that's pretty neat to see. Live look at the Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things look quiet. Our sky watchers checking in. Bob and Clinton, 86 degrees. Helen and Cassville, 82. Jeff and Mohawk, 82. Westford with 79. High pressure continues to dominate the skies, and it's going to give us clear skies tonight. Overnight lows drop into the 60s. It won't be quite as cool as the past couple of nights. We'll start out tomorrow morning warm. Temperatures in the mid-70s. A hot afternoon. Sunshine. Highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. Heading into Friday, a cold front is expected to move in from the west. I think we're looking at a couple of rounds of thunderstorms. One in the early afternoon, perhaps another in the late afternoon to early evening. Gusty winds, locally heavy rain possible as this front rolls through. And again, we'll see a small break in the humidity by Saturday. Mild tonight, low of 65. Tomorrow, hazy, hot, and humid, 92. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Some thunderstorms Friday afternoon, 85. Saturday looks dry for Honor America Days, 87. For the induction ceremony, Sunday, still a chance of storms. It looks like the chance is going to be earlier in the day, but they might linger. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. We stay warm into early next week.
Bill, thanks.
Thank you, Bill. Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6. Mixed with our good friend, Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. 6 number of days. We are about to hit 6 tomorrow, I take it?
7.
Lucky 7.
Looks like 7 tomorrow.
Been a
we're counting-
while since we've had that many, isn't it?
Yeah, the year escapes me off the top of my head, but it wasn't that far ago.
Not too
It wasn't last year, but it was within the last couple of years that we've seen double digits here.
You gave me too much time. I came up with, I didn't mean to stump you.
7 is what we're going to have tomorrow. What are we talking about? The number of 90-degree days so far this year. I think tomorrow is going to be a hot day. Also, the humidity is going to be pretty high. Temperatures are going to feel like mid to upper 90s. Just take it easy out there. I know we've had plenty of heat this summer, but you can never be too careful here, and it's not time to let your guard down. Live look at the Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It's quiet. Temperature is 70. It's cooling off, but again, it is going to be a hot day tomorrow. We'll be in the low 90s, and we stay warm. The humidity is going to be relentless over the next several days. There are some signs of relief, though, down the road. This evening and into tonight, a good night to run the air conditioner, to leave the fan on. Overnight lows climb into the mid-60s. We're tracking some much-needed rainfall, too. I'm going to look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. The e-bikes.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. If you're heading up to the Oneida County Fair tomorrow, it is going to be a very warm day, lots of sunshine. Stay hydrated. Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 80s. We're going to have some humidity, but it does look to be a beautiful day, partly sunny skies. Live look in downtown Utica, 70 degrees. It is cooling off, just not as much as last night. The last couple of nights have been very comfortable. Very great for sleeping. Tonight's not going to be quite as comfortable. Overnight lows will be in the mid-60s. The humidity is back tomorrow. We're going to see higher levels of humidity continue into Friday. Friday looks very humid. Dew points will be close to 70. And then the humidity starts to back off heading into Saturday. Now, we do have a risk for strong storms Friday. It's not a very high risk. This is called the marginal risk on the severe weather index here. It's level 1 out of 5. We could see a few gusty winds, some locally heavy rain, but the overall risk is not very high. So Friday's not looking to be an alert day, but still, even if it's just one storm over your spot, it could be an issue. Reminder, you can always download our Storm Tracker 2 weather app. You can have weather information on the go. Air conditioner coming in handy over the next couple of days. We're getting into that hot weather pattern here beginning tomorrow. No sign of relief in the short term. However, heading into next week, there is expected to be a pretty significant pattern change, and that could bring some cooler weather to central New York. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. All is quiet. It's turning out to be a nice night as high pressure remains in control of our weather. This system is heading to the east, which means the wind direction changes, and we will be talking about, again, those warmer temperatures tomorrow. Mostly clear tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the mid-60s. Tomorrow, it's a warm start, already 75 degrees at 8 o'clock in the morning. Hazy, hot, and humid. Temperatures will be in the low 90s. The heat index will be in the mid-90s. Tomorrow night, overnight lows only fall into the low 70s. It's going to be a very warm, balmy night, very uncomfortable for sleeping. Friday morning, we start out with some clouds. A couple of rounds of showers and storms are possible Friday afternoon as that cold front approaches from the west. Again, some gusty winds, locally heavy rain possible as this rolls through. And believe it or not, we actually do need the rainfall. We've had a dry July, and the ground is drying up. And again, we are falling behind on rainfall. Mild tonight, low of 65. Tomorrow, hot, humid, 92. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Showers, thunderstorms Friday, 85. The weather looks nice to start the weekend. Saturday's high 87 for Honor America days. We are tracking some thunderstorms for the induction ceremony. Looks like early in the morning. They might linger into the early afternoon, though. We'll keep an eye on that. Temperatures remain in the 80s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Friday, not a washout either, but be prepared. Could have a storm here and there.
Right.
All right, sounds good, Bill. Thank you. Cast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. 6 days of 90 degrees so far. Do I hear 7?
Looks like 7 is going to be tomorrow. This is above average for the whole summer. We usually get about 5 of these days, but we're going to continue to tack on these numbers here. Again, 92 is what we're calling for the high tomorrow. These stats, of course, come from Griffiths in Rome. Live look at the Airfield Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It's quiet across the region. 70 degrees, clear skies, comfortable conditions, although not as cool as the past couple of nights. Temperatures will be in the low 90s tomorrow. We're going to see the humidity stick around over the next couple of days. Scattered thunderstorms return Friday. Tonight, good night to use the air conditioner. Overnight lows drop down into the mid-60s. We are tracking some heat, some humidity. We also have the chance for some thunderstorms, especially by Friday. We actually could use the rain by this point. It's been quite a dry stretch here over the past couple of weeks. Got to look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. The e-bike.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. If you're heading out to the Boonville, Oneida County Fair tomorrow, it's going to be a hot day. Drink plenty of water. Make sure you have some shade, too. Find plenty of shade. It's going to be in the mid-80s tomorrow afternoon. It does look dry. We're not going to be dealing with any rain, at least during the day tomorrow. Live look in downtown Utica, 70 degrees. It is a lot warmer tonight than the last couple of nights, and we're only looking at temperatures in the mid-60s overnight, so we get a warm start to the day tomorrow. It does turn more humid tomorrow afternoon. Dew points climb into the 60s. Friday, the dew point will be close to 70, so it's going to feel very humid. Humidity backs off a little bit Saturday and Sunday, but it's still a pretty warm stretch of weather here. The next chance of rain is going to be Friday. Friday afternoon, we have a cold front arriving. We have something called marginal risk, so it's a level 1 out of 5 from the Storm Prediction Center. Gusty winds are possible with a few thunderstorms along with locally heavy rain, but the risk isn't all that high, and so therefore it is not going to be an alert day. If anything changes, we'll let you know, but again, at this point, things look pretty benign. Reminder, you can always get weather information on the go by downloading our Storm Tracker 2 weather app. The humidity is going to return tomorrow. It's good air conditioner weather. If you have it, you're going to be running it pretty much for the rest of the week into the weekend. That humidity really doesn't back off very much here. Temperatures will be warmest tomorrow and then into the 80s over the weekend. It's quiet out there. It's been a dry stretch of weather. We actually could use some rainfall here. We've had a rainfall deficit so far this month of July. Bigger picture shows high pressure will give us another dry day tomorrow, but the winds are turning into the south. That's going to bring in some of those warmer temperatures. Tonight, again, overnight lows only in the mid-60s. It's a warm start to the day tomorrow. Lots of sunshine throughout the day. Temperatures climb into the low 90s. Tomorrow night, clouds arrive. It is going to be a stuffy night for sleeping. Very uncomfortable. Only looking at overnight lows in the low 70s, but just don't cool off. Tomorrow night, skies remain cloudy, and then on Friday, a cold front arrives. This produces a round of showers and thunderstorms in the early afternoon, perhaps even late into the day, too. Temperatures will climb into the 80s. Tonight, mild, muggy, low of 65. Hot, humid tomorrow, dry. Beautiful afternoon, but again, a Very warm day. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Showers, thunderstorms Friday afternoon, 85. Dry on Saturday for Honor America days. But for the induction ceremony in Cooperstown, we do have the chance for some thunderstorms, especially earlier in the day. Temperatures remain in the mid-80s early next week.
By the way, Friday, not a washout, but bring your umbrella if you're heading to Cooperstown.
For
right?
sure, yeah.
All right, thank you, Bill.